What's up, Sag? This is your August. Sorry, I had an itch. This is your August home light security reading for all Sagittarius signs. If you've never watched the video before, okay. Sorry, Spirit's just knocking me down. If you've never watched the video before, please look right there, because according to your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign, we'll have to deal with how to best view these readings. Now, Sag, you're getting a whole lot of mirror reflectioning going on. And I don't want to say like shadow mirroring. I don't really, it is, but it isn't. It's your inner and your outer world are kind of coming together and clashing. And I mean clashing in a form. Okay, because the spirit just picks me up and like pulls my head back. Like, whoa, take a step back. And really take a good look. Maybe slow your roll just a little bit. But not in a bad way. Like there's a whole ton going on inside of you as well as outside of you. And they are washing off of each other. Your manifestation, your energy, it's an ebb and a flow, but is really what I'm getting. It should be showing the ebb and the flow, the cycle, washing and clearing. They're saying you really need to trust in your intuitive and your psychic energy. Trust your gut feeling right now. But yes, slow your roll, because so much is happening that you may be manifesting faster than what you realize, or maybe you might be pushing that manifestation in directions you don't necessarily want it going in. Doesn't mean that it would be a bad way, but it would be like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. Shit. 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. Shit. Meaning it's happening so fast that you may be spinning it a little bit out of control. And then you got the Lionsgate energy and everything. So it's just is really what I'm picking up for you guys. And what I'm really getting from them is not that it's bad on any level, but slow your roll. Slow it. Because it's going faster than you can keep up with. And you may not be checking in with yourself, your spiritual communication, your spiritual truth, your spiritual wisdom and destination of how things and where things, how you want them to be. And some of this is, in some cases, it may be, it's just you're going at a pace that you feel is right for you, but it may not be what's right for you. Like I said, because what they're giving me is slow your roll. You're trying to keep up with too much, and what's going to happen is there's going to be a fear that's going to happen because something's going to get like kinked up. So slow down. Slow down, start really opening your eyes, seeing the bigger picture, and making sure that you're being responsible for your energies in all of its directions. I feel like it's not bad at all, but before you kink some stuff up and you're like, oh crap, that's what I'm supposed to be telling you. Now, well, we're going with this one. Let's see what the cards have to say before I get into the astrology. What? All of a sudden, this deck feels like it's too big for my hands. Ah, you don't belong there. Anybody else who doesn't belong here? I managed to get a card mixed up in the deck that don't belong with it. All right. What does Sag need to hear? What does Sag need to hear for the month of August? What does Sag need to hear for the month of August? Major changes. And what was I just saying? Inward and outwardly. Inwardly and outwardly. It's the snake twirling around itself. I'm seeing it more like a yin yang of the mirror of the self and the soul, and the never ending energy in itself. And it's just, like I said, I'm getting, you need to slow down. You need to slow down. There's some parts of you that is hiding how and what you truly feel. And I don't think that you're doing it on purpose. I think that you're moving so fast, you're missing it. Because, yeah, you've got the magic. You've got the magic right now. You've got, and really, I want to say you've got the Midas touch right now. But you better slow down. It's just, you just don't want to get in over your head into too much too fast. Yeah, because then you're going to hit, exactly. You're going to hit too many things are coming at you at once, and then you can't keep up. So I really feel like it's good, but you don't want to end up accidentally creating self-sabotage because you were just go, 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 go. Yeah. Slow and steady wins the race here. Slow and steady wins the race here. Is there anybody else? Let me see what else. Anything else here for Sag? Anything else for Sag for the month of August? I believe that this deck, yep. It's funny because the deck that called was the one that had the card that was missing from it. So it's this deck that I'm supposed to be picking up. That one just wanted its card back. What does Sag need to hear? What does Sag need to hear? What does Sag need to hear for August? Okay. And it goes with what it was, because this is a dark deck. This, I'm trying to show you. It has a whole bunch of knives in the back. And it's called Addicted. But there's also a chain around the neck. So this is, don't get yourself into this. Basically, that's what this is. Don't get so involved in so many things that this is what you're getting yourself into. Don't get addicted that you're into this and this and this and trying to keep up and blah, 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 blah. And then you've gotten stabbed in the back, and then you've gotten, you know, chained down. And this is just saying slow down, basically. This is the sacrifice to get to the other end. So, like I said, it's good energy. You have a lot of in and out washing itself through, a lot of changes taking place. I feel very, very good for you. It's just slow down, because you may be manifesting faster than you mean to, and you don't want to accidentally create something that you didn't want that's going to steer you into all kinds of different funk. So just slow down and make sure you're in here going after what is right, not just because you're trying to keep up. Okay, now this is the Lion's Gate up until the 8th, but technically the energy does last past there. You are technically in your 9th house, right? Because wherever the sun is technically the house you're walking through. And that makes a lot of sense of why it's so big right now. It's your 9th house. It's your psychic house. Okay, wherever the sun is the house that you are technically walking through. And then you're going to be entering your 10th house. But let me finish explaining to you what else is going to happen for the month. So you have the full moon that is going to take place on the 11th in Aquarius. Venus will be entering into Leo on the 11th, the same day as that full moon. This is shortly right after that Lion's Gate energy. Then you have Mars, which is going into Gemini on the 20th. The Sun will be entering Virgo on the 22nd. Uranus is going retrograde, though, here. Retrograde here on the 24th, and Uranus is in shadow. That's a big deal. All right, you have Mercury, which enters Libra on the 25th, and then the new moon at the end of the month is on the 27th in Virgo. Now let's get back to where this is, and I'll start touching base with that stuff as we touch on it. You have Leo, Lion's Gate, your 9th house, extra in that fire energy, extra in that fixed go, because that's kind of what Leo is. Leo is a fixed sign, so it doesn't stop. It just gets in one thing and it's vroom, and it just goes. All right. Along with this is your 9th house, your psychic energy is coming in like da 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 da, you know, and your ethics, your morals, trying to keep up, your psychic energy, your journeying, your traveling, your philosophies, your shifting of understanding, all of this is just go. But you got Venus here, which is going, yo, watch it. Because Venus is showing you the sensitivity of where it's too much, of where you're taking in too much at once. Plus you have Sirius here, not the Sirius star, Sirius, which is showing you where you're actually nurturing yourself in the growth span of that Lion's Gate energy, the sun being here, the illumination of all of this coming in, but it's also showing you with that Sirius energy where you're neglecting things that are very important. Okay, so this is, like I said, it's just you're going too much too fast. It can very much be like a conjunction. It can be like, if you keep running so hard, you're going to hit the wall, is basically what I'm getting. So make sure that you're staying at an even pace, that you're giving yourself what you need, that you're seeing the full reflection. You're seeing from the inside to the outside of what you need and where you're taking these changes. Because Leo will just keep you going until you slap that wall. And then it's just like sliding down it. And then it's going to move into Virgo, which will go directly into your 10th house. And this will be the outer world, and where the outer world will end up pushing back. Okay? As you come into, and this energy isn't just a Lion's Gate energy, okay? The Lion's Gate is taking place in Leo, but that sun is still going to be moving. All this energy is still happening. And then it's going to start to go into Virgo, where you're going to have that new moon. So all of this energy is actually being directed towards the new moon at the end of the month and how to redirect for the rest of the year. Not just this month. It's showing you what needs to be corrected, what's being spinned up, and what is going to continue to circle in a healthy way. Because for whatever reason I'm doing this, this is like a top, you know, like the top that the game you play, and how it's going to keep spinning well, or will it, is what, and that's what I'm being given is it's going like this. So you want to make sure that you're getting rid of the stuff that's going to make it slow down and topple over. This is making sure that you're adjusting the spin so that you're good to keep going as you get into the new moon and into all of the other energies throughout the rest of the year. And it's going to be showing you as it goes through that Lion's Gate and into the new moon at the end of the month. Pay attention to the energies that you're seeing and what needs to be adjusted. On a spiritual, psychic, soulful level, inward and outward. Because like I said, it's going from the 9th house to the 10th house. And this is where you're going to end up allowing that outer world to either take back some power from you because you toppled over, or where you're going to keep that spin in control and you're going to stay in control. Now, you also have Mercury, which is in that energy of that 10th house up until the end of the month when it moves into the 11th house. Now, this is saying, again, the communication and the way that you're communicating with yourself and outwardly with the outer world and the groups and the memberships that you are part of will make a great big amount of difference as to if that outer world is going to push you over a little later or if you stay in balance and in control. So this has a lot to do with, like I said, soulfully connecting with yourself as to what it is you need so that you can communicate with these groups, these memberships, these committees and whatnot that you are part of. And will it help support your goals, your dreams, your ambitions, and keep you in a place to where you're in power in the outer authority? Or is it going to start pushing back and take from you? All of this has to do with your communication and honesty with yourself as you work through this entire month. All right. It's a very big thing. It's a very big thing as to how you're going to address everything else that's going to be coming through, not just this month, but for the second half of this year. All right. Now, your 12th house is your 12th house right now has the South Node in it. This is where the transformational healing is going. There's certain areas that you're not fully seeing, you're not fully being part of. And in Scorpio, the transformation, that's part of what Scorpio is. It's about the birth, the death, the rebirth. It's the healing. It's the magic of the healing. It's the magic of ending the cycle and beginning a new cycle. And this is a big part of what you're going through. A big part of what's happening for you right now here at the Lion's Gate throughout the whole month. And the South Node being here at this time is going, don't start a new cycle somewhere else that's the same shit. It's going, are you really seeing those small little maneuvers that could go a big, long way of touching base on your soulfulness, of the grief, sorrow, shame, blame, insecurities that you've told yourself are acceptable when they're not? It's learning how to step outside of the box of where society has taught us that this is acceptable and that we can handle it. We can deal with life being that way. It's okay to have been treated that way. No. And this is where you're learning, no, it wasn't okay. And it's okay to love myself. And it's okay to try these new things and these new cycles. And I'm putting myself from here to here now. And I'm not going to allow this to happen again. So this is asking, where are you not allowing yourself to make that jump? Okay. That's not just that's throughout the rest of this year as you're addressing what you're learning right now and helping you to actually go from here to here and then start that cycle by really making these changes, truly getting into the depths of the changes and the soulful connection of you. Now, your second house is Capricorn. And this has been long going. This has been long going because you have Pluto here, but Pluto only has like a year and a half left. So Pluto is at this point of going in that second house of going, what part of that self-worth, self-value, self-esteem do I still need to kick you in the butt and make sure you're getting through your head? See, because Pluto is, though I walk through the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. This is the part that creates the manifestation, that creates your money, that creates your vibration and the law of attraction according to your self-worth, self-value, self-esteem. And with Pluto being in retrograde now, and he's at his last 2 years, he's like, this is all that I have left to teach you. I can't teach you anymore after these 2 years. So he's going really touching base into really valuing yourself. Really valuing yourself and showing the world that you value yourself, which is ultimately also teaching others how to value their self. Not that that's what you're put on the planet for, but it is where you're at in learning how to come back into that fire in an eternal flame level. Not just like a top that's going to bowl over. This is to keep that flame going eternally, but in your 3-dimensional now, and help you come into that power of that source of yourself by knowing your value, your worth, your independence, and showing the world that you're not afraid of it. That's freaking beautiful energy, really it is. Sorry, I was thirsty. Now, your second house is just supporting. I mean, your third house is supporting what that second house was. Saturn. It's been here a while. It's just saying, make sure that you're communicating what you need. Make sure you're communicating what you need, and that you are addressing and shifting and redirecting the rules, the walls, the boundaries to allow yourself to grow in such a way. Because if you're not, then it's your fault. And this is more or less saying it's believing in yourself to do so. And it's been here for a while. It's a lesson that's being learned. I feel like it's not anything any different here. It's just getting a little bit more of in tune, trying to be more in tune with that energy. Now, your fourth house is where you still have Neptune, your magic. If you're tapping into the true source of you, then everything is coming around gloriously. But this is saying, don't get a little too, I don't want to say too magical, but too distortable. Yeah, too distortable. And this, in the form of magic, is anything you create it to be. Neptune is the source of the magic. Neptune is the source of the illusion, the delusion, the fantasy, the reality. Okay, and this is saying there's always parts of ourselves that we still need to connect with, dig in deeper and find. But with you having so much powerful energy going on right now, this is, don't distort it. Don't distort it at this time, because you do have Neptune in retrograde, and you don't want to give yourself delusional ideas or false truths about your magic, about your source, about your fire, about your soul. You don't want to give yourself false connections right now. You want to tap into everything that you can breathe life into, but if it's not literally crossing into reality at this moment, then, keep it on a positive stretch, but don't dig in. And the reason I'm saying is that way is because it's also the 12th house on a universal scale. So it's pieces of the insecurities that's keeping you from believing. You don't want to tap into the insecurities. You just want to tap into the securities right now. But you want to acknowledge where maybe you're telling yourself some false truths. Okay? And then that will lead you to the truth. Now, sorry. And then when you get into your fifth house, this is part of why I was saying that. Your fifth house is your creative house. However, everything in your fifth house is in retrograde. You have Eris here, trouble, toil, strife in Aries. You have Chiron, which is the wounded healer. And you have Jupiter until about November. And all of this is in retrograde. This is the new beginning, the new ability to create that new beginning. And this is saying that this is why I'm getting the top. That's just because with all of this energy in the creative house, in your creativity, being in retrograde. This is going, well, if that didn't work, let me try this. And if that didn't work, let me try this. And then if that didn't work, let me try this. You might be going so fast that you're creating so many things that you're top heavy and that you can't keep up. Slow down. Because the fire is there, the magic is there, the creativity is there, but you might be trying to go so fast that you're not actually giving it a shot. And then it's going to backfire and you have more shit than you can keep up with. So saying slow down and really dig in deep with how you want to view things, with how you want to create things. Is this really what you want to create? Because you just might create it and then go, crap, why did I create that? You have all of that power right now. Are you being responsible for it? This is also saying don't put off outwardly, because Eris, trouble, toil, strife, in the creation of being able to have the fun and the enjoyment of life and breathe in the positivity of being able to be part of any and everything you want. And then go, crap, I got myself into something again that I don't really want to be into. Slow down and really pay attention. Don't just go with what everybody says. Because you got Jupiter here too. Abundance, just making it. Make sure that this is what you're wanting to create. And don't get yourself in at, because you're just going to end up pointing fingers outwardly and causing issues, and then it's going to start recreating, and then it's going to whoop your butt come the November. So don't just slow down and decide what you really are wanting, at least through this month, so it can slow down and you can get exactly where you're trying to get it. And because that creativity is off the chain, but it can go against you with everything being in retrograde if you're in your head too much. So don't do that to yourself. Now, your 6th house is those people, places, and things of energies that you consume, which also consume you. It is what you either have made time for yourself to create and enjoy life, or where you've given your time away and now you don't really get to use that creativity for yourself because you're having to put it into other things. And this is Uranus in retrograde, starting its retrograde in shadow. This is also speaking to you of, are you valuing yourself? Are you giving yourself the self-worth, self-value, and self-esteem that you need? Or are you accidentally giving pieces of it away, which is actually starting to make that top heavy again and starting to give too much of yourself? Because Uranus is independence, individuality, uniqueness, and freedom in Taurus, which is the universal 2nd house of your money, of your free will, of your manifestation and law of attraction. So this is saying, don't be in such a hurry and don't give so many parts of yourself away that you can't get them back. This is making sure you value yourself, slow down, and give yourself that value, that love. Because otherwise it's going to backfire. And Uranus will be in retrograde for a while. So this is not something you want to start having to backtrack 5 steps forward, 9 steps back, 5 steps forward, 9 steps back. Because that's what it'll turn into. Not 2 steps forward, 3 steps. It'll be like 5 steps, 9 steps. So slow it down. Now, your 7th and 8th house. You have Mars moving in to Gemini after the 20th, which is the 7th house. And Lilith is still in Capricorn. Not Capricorn, it's still in Cancer. So this is definitely speaking again about that Jekyll Hyde, about that logic and emotion, having a proper balance, knowing how to use that inner warrior to keep things full of wisdom and intelligence, a wise warrior, a wise SWAT team, a wise protector of the relationship, not submissive. This is making sure, like I said, all the way around for you, setting the proper rules, walls, and boundaries so that you have the ability to grow, but not in such a speed that you're Tasmanian deviling it and then going, what all did I knock down? Crap. This is taking the time to do it right so that you can keep on growing. I love you. Bye.